Hello traders, welcome to this update on the euro dollar and pound dollar for the second part of this week. My name is Chris from Liquid Currency, and let's take a look first of all at the euro dollar. This is the daily chart, and yesterday there was a bearish pin bar, which, from a technical point of view made sense because it reached the 120 target that we also mentioned in Monday's video when price was on the way up. I think somewhere in here. And price did reach that target. But also, if you look at the calendar, of course, we have ADP numbers coming up today. And also Friday, we have, of course, non-farm payroll and unemployment rate. So that is going to impact the dollar in general, the euro dollar, of course, as well, depending on those numbers. We'll have to see how the price will respond to those fundamentals and statistics, of course. So two good reasons, I guess, for price to bounce at 120. Also, another technical reason was the channel at the top of the channel and price reaching that. But I think 120 is, of course, a very clear level. And yeah, we're getting a bearish reaction, break of the lows of the last 2 days. And I don't expect necessarily a big movement here. It is some kind of consolidation zone at this point. But I think that a retrace of some type, very logical at this moment. Let's take a look at the daily chart in a bit wider view. It could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished here, and we might get another type of wave 4, with this being a wave 1, 2, and this being a bigger 3 completed in 4. So there seems to be space down to the fibs, to the 23.6 fib, first of all at 117.08 there, and test the 21 EMA zone in general, plus the previous fractals, which could still be a bouncing spot. So in my view, probably more likely to get a downside at this point, but at this moment, price made a pretty sturdy fall already, and I think that this could be a spot where there could be some type of bounce here, maybe to a 50 fib, for instance, on the hourly chart like that, and we could maybe see some correction up to the 38 or 50 fib zone, and then I would suspect maybe even one more lower low, then again a correction, and I think it could stay ranging in this area until that Friday. On Friday, I wouldn't be surprised. It's really difficult to say, of course, because it kind of heavily depends on those numbers. But yeah, until then, I think it could stay in a range like this. Then Friday, I wouldn't be surprised if it makes that dash to the 23.6 fib and at the same time bounces like this to the upside, staying in this area. So this is what I suspect will happen. I think that if it does get anywhere into the 78.6 fib, that could be a good resistance spot. But in first attempt to move up, I think that these fibs will actually hold. What could happen is it moves up, this holds, we get a move up to the 78 and then all the way down again. It could be even that volatile. So yeah, either here or here could hold. But the first attempt of the resistance, I think the 38 or 50 will hold. So let's see. That's what I suspect at the moment. Let's take a look at the hourly again. Oh, that was the hourly, I think. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. And yeah, we're getting the break below the 21 EMA, so definitely head and shoulders level also something to think about. And maybe let's take a look. Yeah, this basically is some kind of resistance zone as well. So let's see, it could push lower, if there is a follow through. It is in a momentum as we speak. Price is below the 20 EMA, breaking below the 144 EMA. So it could make a continuation actually into 108 before the bounce happens. By the way, it doesn't have to bounce right here. It could push a little bit further, but it's quite a small zone in my view. But an intraday push, if it does break below 108, 118.50, could take place down to 118 118. And that's where a bounce could take place. Pound USD seems to have completed a wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as far as I can see, this also likely to be in a wave 4 and could go back to the 23.6 fib as well, which could be a bouncing spot again, or the 38. Both could be bouncing spots here. And yesterday there was also a big wick on the daily candle. So at this moment, This could still be a support zone, by the way. You can see that price is still above the 21 EMA, and therefore this could still be a reaction up. Actually, let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. So yeah, if it manages to break above the 21 EMA zone, that could be a good breakout still for upside, or a break pullback continuation could still indicate. But I personally, yeah, because it hit the 135 zone, I do also with this pound dollar actually lean towards a bigger correction first. So I would probably, if it moves up, I wouldn't take the breakout here on the hourly chart. I would rather wait for some type of flag to emerge here. 135 is strong enough of a level for a bigger correction to take place. Here too, like the euro dollar, I expect the price will make a correction like this and make some type of retracement to the downside, either through a flag or reaching the 23.6 fib after maybe some up like this, or if it makes a flag like this and then breaks, for instance, that could happen too. All right, so all in all, I'm leaning towards a bigger retracement at this point. I think uptrend is certainly far from over, but I need some patterns or deeper retracements and then a bounce before that is clear. And of course, certainly depends on Friday, but also on Thursday I see Bank of England governor speaking, by the way, as well. That's tomorrow and today actually even. So yeah, that will have its impact, of course. So a little bit tricky with such a heavy news schedule, but I favor more retracements, shallow retracements, but some bearish retracements due to the decent targets being hit on both these pairs. All right, that's my 2 cents. We'll be back next week, of course, with an update. We'll have a little bit more info based on this week's weekly candle and the news events that have been that would be behind us by then. And wish you all great trading. Cheers. Bye bye.